first of all, I would like to clarify a few of the points. Number one, that the ownership of the data is with the creator of the data or maybe the data principal. That has to be understood. That's the bottom line. Number two, no data privacy can go without the liabilities attached to that. So liabilities will be increased, liability will be there, and those could be stringent in the future. The lapses which I could see in the system, that there is no provision for the keeping the data, how to store the data, where to store the critical data. We have seen last year that there was two ransomware attack in All India Institute of Medical Sciences, where the entire data has been kept of the who's who of this country. Prime Minister's data, health data is there, President health data is there, even the Defense Minister. All data were kept there, and two times in 1 year it was stolen, copied, and the ransom was even procured. Now the question is how this DPDP doesn't give you the clear picture that how you should be keeping the data. If you have the capture, you have captured the data. Now one thing is that AI is essential for the data management. If you don't have the AI driven tools to understand the data, it will never be happening securely. You should have the mechanism to identify the data, and then the AI should be trained enough to actually identify the critical data, and that data should be stored properly. Now the entire mechanism of the data management has to be driven automatically. It has to be driven by certain principle of data prevention. So the ownership of the data, because we understand that the ownership of the data is with the principal, so the liabilities will be very huge in terms of when the data has been stolen. Suppose I will tell you a small example. Health insurance companies take your data every year. I mean, you have to give the KYC data also, and when somebody is hospitalized, they submit their entire medical data into a digital form, and then they process the claim and they pass the claim also. But what happened after that process? That data is being dumped somewhere, which can be, available freely to the people who will be.
That is a gold mine.
That's a gold mine.
Yeah.
So there are lots of examples like NBFCs, bank, insurance company, all this data. Even, I can tell you, you might have heard last year, Mahua Moitra's, there was a member of parliament whose membership was taken away because of the her NIC email was opened by somebody in Dubai. How it is possible? I mean, NIC is a National Informatics Center. They have the creator of the email system of the country, but how they allow to access that email from a foreign territory? And I have seen many cases where the NIC has been keeping the data on the cloud, Azure, AWS. How you can, understand that data has been kept in a safe manner? Our Prime Minister is going to the US, and before he reaches out to there, the President of United States get all the information that why he is coming to me. What are the questions he is going to ask me?
Yes.
That's the form of our data protection. The professor was telling about the blackout of data. We are sitting on a time bomb. Tomorrow, you have an account. We all have digital India. We all have digital accounts. Tomorrow, suppose you open up your bank application and you see there's zero amount because somebody has cleaned up the amount. He has not taken the amount. He has just cleaned up the slate. He has cleaned up the bank data. What will happen? Suppose tomorrow NSE and BSE stocks are cleaned up. The entire memory has been wiped out.
Because they don't keep any data. NSE, BSE don't keep any data. NSDL keeps the data.
Yeah. So the question is that if your critical data is not being protected under the DPDP Act, if their process has been not defined, if the architecture is not created in such a way that it should be protected under the critical system, the days coming are going to be very hard and harsh. The protection need to be understood in a very, very, stringent manner that the AI should be developed, the AI tool should be developed to actually manage the data lake and big data. It should be structured. So one last thing I would like to add here, that the structuring of data is happening worldwide. So unstructured data is also, getting scared. It's not available in the open domain. But tomorrow, I think the data will also be under the question for the developing AI tool. You will not be having that kind of data which you can ultimately use for training your AI tools. So this is my take
Wonderful.
on this.
Yeah, you are
Thank you.
absolutely